Okay, so we're going to create a new document, and we'll call page 90. Goes with the assignment. So what we can actually today is, for us, it's 3.1, page 90. So that gives us the day and the assignment. And then there's a way to check our units. When we look at page 90, that's a different book. So when we look at page 90, we're looking at metric here. Okay, so we want to be working in metric drawings. This is the title block that tells us about the drawing. Are they all in metric? Yes, the whole page will be in metric. So as many as you can get through, that's great. We're just going to wrap this one view drawings up today. And I'm starting with the first one. So I want to make sure I'm in metric. I can go to these bold 3 lines here, hamburger symbol, whatever it's really called. And I'm workspace units. And I'm in inches, so I'm just going to switch it to millimeters. When we work in metric, the default units are millimeters. So that I have a couple things I can do. I could make a copy of this and bring it in, but I'm just going to draw it in 2D from going back and forth.
Or you could use 2 computers, whatever you would prefer.
Yeah, you can. I have too many things open. If you just have 2 things open, it will be easy to get back and forth. So what's the diameter of the first one, which would be the one on the left-hand side with the sweeping curves? What's the diameter?
Isn't it 96?
Is it 96 or is it? Yes.
I probably looked at the wrong thing.
No, that's right. I just can't see it close enough. Yes, 96. And how do we know it's the diameter and not the radius? Because it's a circle? So it could be either, right?
Yeah.
But how do we know it's not the radius?
I don't know.
It's pretty obvious. What's the symbol next to 96?
Oh, there's like a cross in the circle.
Yes, that's the symbol for diameter. So we know that. Not only do we know because it tells us it's a diameter with the symbol here, and if it was a radius, it would have an R like these have, but it points to the outside and not the center point. So that tells you right there another way of being sure. So they're both outer circles are 96, diameter of 96. So we're going to start a sketch, and we're going to do it on the front plane. And I'm recording this, so you'll have time to come back and look at it. So I'm doing a sketch. I'm doing it on the front plane, and I'm going to pick N, or I could just pick this here. Either way, it takes me to the perpendicular or the normal view from my eyes. And I'm going to create my circle. And I'm not going to put it in the middle. I'm going to put it off to the side. Doesn't matter where, just somewhere, eyeball it. And when I click the center point, then I click the direction I want to go, and then I type, and it's showing me the diameter symbol down there. It's telling me what it is right now. I'm going to change that diameter to 96. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're off this plane. That's just an invisible, it's just a construction surface. It's not real. It's just a place to start your real work from. I could have done it all the way out here. It didn't matter. So I have my outer circle drawn. Where would you go next? Anybody have any ideas where to draw next? I can't hear, if I'm presenting, I'm not necessarily looking at the, I need the voices. So I drew this outline here all the way around. What do I know next to draw? Oh, I should have made the title block. I should have given you all title block to put it in the right place. I did not do that. This is a title border, and all drawings should be made on a title block, which we'll start doing tomorrow. This is the title block down here. It tells you what it's called, who did it, or who it's for. It gives you information, the scale that it's drawn at, what date. So this is information about the drawing that's important. Oh yeah, thanks. So does anybody have a suggestion of where to start the next part of this? Let me turn, I didn't realize.
And when I put 96, it goes like off the sketching point.
That's okay. Mine does too. I can put it up. The sketch plane is just the place, it's your desk. It's your table, and you can hang off the edge. It doesn't matter. It's just a reference. It's not part of your drawing. So if you're off, that's fine. That's okay. I'm going to share my screen with people in here. Thought I was making a circle. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to share my screen. I could actually share one screen over here and one screen over there. I could keep the book up here and do the drawing here. Okay. So again, when I'm sharing my screen, I'm not reading. How do you type 96? You pick your circle, then you drag your mouse out. I'll do it again. So I'm going to draw a circle, and I'll make it out here. So I could make it all the way out here. It doesn't really matter. And I click where I want it, direction I want to go in. I want to go out. And then I just type 96, enter. So what I know as I'm looking around here is that this is a radius of 12. So the center point is 12 from here. So I'm going to do that one next. I'm going to create this little arc right here with its radius of 12, which is a diameter of So some teachers use this little program that randomly picks on everybody to make them answer. I can do that, but it would be easier if you just volunteered. Actually, I'm going to start doing that because then I'll make sure everybody answers. So if I want to create this arc, it's right at this quadrant of the circle, and it is a radius of 12, so it is a diameter of somebody.
Wait, did you say it's a radius of 12?
I did. So what is the diameter?
24.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. So I'm going to start that right here and draw my line across. So I'm going to start my circle right on the quadrant here. Oops, sorry, these are circles. I'm going to draw a tangent arc. I'm going to pick the circle. It's not letting me pick the circle. Okay, so let's be creative here. What else can I do? I can draw this circle and trim it. I could draw a 3-point arc. So I could say 1, come over here into this direction, type 12, 24, right? Because, no, what am I going to type, 12 or 24?
24.
12, because it says R.
Yes.
It's a radius.
Yes, very good, 12, because it says R. And then my radius is the same number, right? So I'm going to pick up here, and then I'm going to type 12 again. So I'm going to delete that for now. I don't need the dimension. So I have this is drawn. And now we have a starting point for the next one. So if this is, I can't draw with this program. So if this is my radius for this arc, and this arc is twice as big, right? Radius 12, radius 24. I could do the same thing for the next one. So I can do the same thing. I can do 3-point arc. I can start here. I can drag this way and type 24 because it wants the radius. Come up here and type 24 again. This direction and then 24. And I don't want my dimensions, so I'm going to, it's right, I don't need the dimension, so, whoops, somehow I did something wrong, 24. And then I'm just going to delete the dimension, I don't need it. So do you see where I'm going with that? You guys think you can finish the top half anyway? This one's a little trickier though, right? Or is it not the same with a different radius? It's the same thing, but now the radius is 36. So this is pretty easy stuff here. So now we're going to come over. Okay, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong, guys? I made 12 the diameter. I need to take the radius to be 12. But let me start again. 3-point arc. Arcs are typically drawn with a radius. Circles are typically drawn either radius or diameter. So I'm going to come over here. This direction, and the radius is 12. And that's 12. So is it this that's wrong? Something's wrong. Something's wrong somewhere. I guess not. I guess it was right. So I'm going to go again over here to here. Type 24. and this way and type 12. So if I did it wrong, I can redo it, or I'll redo it. So this is not drawn perfectly. So I'm going to pick, and that radius should be 24. And this radius is 12, 24. What I don't understand is how come it's not hitting the center. That's supposed to be 48. So there's easy ways to fix things. I'm going to draw the next one is 36. So I'm going to come over to here. It's 36 from here to here. Nope, right? It's not 36 from here to here. So the way I'm drawing these arcs, I need to double my radius, right? 36 and 36 is 72. And then my radius, it's asking me now for my radius, which is 36. And if I didn't get it right, I can just put that there and change that. So I don't know why it's not looking like the book. Help me out here, guys. What is going wrong? I got everything drawn the right way. So if it's not right, we have to check it. So something is not right. Okay, so that didn't come up right. That's 36 and 36 is 72. Now it looks right. That's the thing about CAD. You can be 100% right every time. Okay, so we have drawn this arc, and this arc. How would we create the bottom half?
We just do the same thing the opposite way.
That's right, you could. You could do it 5 different ways you could get there. Or, yes, you don't even need to do the typing anymore, right? You can pick from point to point. You pick from here. Well, you do need to type in. So which one? This is now going to be 12, right? Or is it going to be 24? Can you tell by looking at it if it's going to be 12 or 24? What I type in?
12 because it's the same radius is the other side.
Right, but am I drawing the radius? Am I drawing from the center to the outside?
Oh.
So I think I have to type 24, right? Oh no. Well, it is 12. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys, I showed you how to do one side. I'm going to let you guys do the other side. Is everybody on board with that? So I drew a semicircle, semicircle, and a semicircle, and then I just came backwards and drew the same one as this, right? Could mirror this and then mirror it and erase it. I'm going to let you guys work on this one. This one requires a little bit of math. Well, I guess I'll do it. So we're going to draw the outside circle. And we're going to line it up with the same horizontal position. And it's 96. Now what do we know? All these are the same diameter. So how could we work this one out? I really need a class discussion. I will post the video. I'm still taking the video. How can we get this? What do we know here with this one? How can we figure out, if we know 96, we know the outside circle is 96, how do we figure anything out from there? What else, what can we do? Math related. This is going to be math related. And guys, you're going to have to speak up here, because if I go to your screen where your faces and chat are, I don't have the drawing on the screen. So what do we know here? We know we have an outside diameter of 96. What else do we know? We know something's at 60 degrees on center. The information is there. So we're drawing the second circle now, right? And the second circle has how many circles inside it?
7.
How many on a straight line across?
3.
So how big would one of those circles be? If there's 3 across, it's 96. If I know it's from here, I'm pointing on the screen with my mouse. I gotta get a better mouse. From here to here is 96, right? I'm gonna do this in different programs where I can draw. That's highlighting. There's no pen point here. Here's a pen point. So from here over to here in a straight line is 96. And we have how many circles across that distance?
3.
So how big is one circle?
30? No, wait, no.
Would it be like 32?
Yes, it would be. It would absolutely be 96 divided by 3 is 32. So now we know how we can make a circle in the middle first, right? Because we can find the center point. So I'm going to make a center point circle in the middle. What happened? And I'm going to drag it the direction I want to go, which is outward. And I'm going to type in 32. And then I have lots of ways to get to the next part. Our choices are 3-point circle. So let's try that. We haven't used that. So let's come on this quadrant point here and come over to where it's tangent with this one. And it says it's 32, so we can just accept that. Enter. No, we can't. Oh, I have to give the third point. Sorry. So 1. Now I'm just hover until it finds it. There, it found it. 1, 2, and then how do we get it to stay right where we want it, right? 3. Now, what could we do? I know you guys don't, I'm not going to go into, there's a fancy tool that does a circular pattern down here. And you could do that, or we could mirror and get one on the other side. So we have a total of how many circles on the outside here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do this circular pattern one. In other programs, it's called an array. It wants the plane. I want it to be a circle on this plane. Whoops. Let me undo that. Whoops, redo. I want to do a circular pattern of this circle. And it puts it way out here in the center of the work plane. So I have to drag this center point over to the center point of my circle. And then it's asking me a few things. It says, how many times do you want it? I want it 6. and then it's perfect. So I could come out here and just click on nothing as a check mark. And voila, I got it. So I'm going to